extend a warm welcome to the phenomenal Himangi Prajapati first, and welcome everyone to this session of Inspiring Talks. Today we'll learn more about Himangi Prajapati. Just 80, she has significant as a best-selling author of Trading as a Career. She is the founder of Genius Wealth and a dynamic content creator. Her dedication to empowering young minds towards financial freedom is truly inspiring. Please join me in welcoming Himangi Prajapati.
Thank you so much. And it's such a great experience to be here. And it's such a great platform to bring people and share their journey. It's the first time that I'm sharing my journey out to the world. Everyone knows what I do, but very few knows where I'm coming from. So I'm very excited and I hope to deliver good values to you all.
Definitely. I'll be yielding the floor to Abhinav sir. Abhinav sir.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. Yeah, so perfect. So first of all, a very warm welcome to you, Himangi, in our show. We are really so honored to have you. And to start with, like I was very excited for this particular interview because like I have covered so many interviews in past as well. But since being author myself, it was very fascinating to see that at such a young age, you have written this book. So thank you so much for accepting our request and coming here. So yeah.
Pleasure is mine. Thank you.
Yes. So we'll start with a few questions, So the very first question that comes in my mind is about your journey, like about writing your book. So, it just came in my mind when I was writing my book. Like, I feel that, when you publish your book, a lot of people, appreciate you that, you have written a book. But that journey itself, it's all about the patience that you have, and it's also about the criticism that you face, because a lot of people in that phase comment that you should do or focus on this particular stuff. So how was your journey? Like was it very easy, or was it like full of learning? How was your journey altogether?
So, writing a book was actually a dream of mine, like a thing that I imagined at the age of 14. A random thought, a wild thought came in my mind, like, let's write a book. But at that time, I didn't knew what should I write and why should I even write. But when I got into trading and when I got done with my 12th standard, I took a very bold decision that I will learn about stock market, that too in a drop year. I will pause my studies and I will start learning about trading, which is a very kind of like amusing fact for many people out there, because they think trading is not meant for people who are so young, and it should not be for me. They thought like that. And I always had to explain them, no, you can do trading, but only if you have the mindset to it. And I have the mindset, I'm ready for it. And then I thought, let's not try to explain people, let's write a book on why I chose trading as career. Let's give the book to them, and then they can easily understand that yes, this is why I took trading as career. So this was a basically thought process that I had, and I basically just wanted to tell to the world, tell to the people that yes, this is the thought process, this is a mindset that I have, and this is the reason why I chose trading as career. That's why the name goes as trading as career. And talking about the challenges and all the criticism that I got, thankfully, by the grace of God, there was no criticism in my point in my journey. But the challenges which came was definitely figuring out the journey towards it. So I took a help from experts out there. Like I collaborated with Adyan Books and they helped me out because I was a new author and I didn't have any idea of how should we write. So they were very kind enough to help me. They were there to guide me. So first we started out with the table of content, like what are the chapters going to be like. And I asked myself, Himangi, if you read a book which was named as trading as career, what would you expect from that? I asked myself this question, and it made the work very easy because then I knew what I want to know, and I just started writing that. Like I wanted to know why should one take trading as a career, what should be the steps like, and what should be the mindset like. And I then started working on the content. After that, chapter wise, I started going on few creativity blocks came in the journey. And it was just like I had to face them all, and I had the courage to face them all the content blocks. And finally, with all those criticism and all the challenges and all of that, my book came to life. And thankfully, it is a bestseller out there. And if you, any one of you, want to read it, you can just go on Amazon and search Trading as Career by Himangi Prajapati, and you can read it. I think I have delivered a great value, and you will be like enjoying to read the book. Thank you.
I'm sure the readers will love it. The next question that we have for you is that are there any authors or books that have significantly influenced your writing style?
Yeah, definitely. So not just from the trading and stock market background, I think one author which have really helped me and inspired me is Robin Sharma. The first book, the
Hmm.
first self-help book I read was 5 a.m. Club, and it literally definitely it has impacted me a lot and my life a lot. I read Who Will Cry When You Die by Robin Sharma, and
Hmm.
it was again amazing book. So reading his style and being the reader of his book, I was very much inspired by how crisp and how on the point his books are. And he was the one who really impacted my writing style.
Nice.
Yeah, so Himangi, my next question to you would be related to your entrepreneurial journey. Like you started your own organization with the motivation to spread the financial awareness among people. So, what was
Yeah.
the real motive of starting this organization, and how was the whole process, like whole journey, if you can tell our audience?
So basically, when I decided that I will choose stock market as my career, I'm very much interested in that as well. So I thought, why not to make a mission that I will be achieving financial freedom till I reach the age of 25. So this was one mission that I am on, and this is one vision that I have. And then I thought, let's why not make a community of people who can come along with me. So that's when I thought with the Genius Wealth, and the simple mindset is, if you want to be wealthy, it's not necessary that you should have a family that is wealthy. If you have the genius, the mind which is genius, then you can actually become wealthy. And that is why we came up with the name The Genius Wealth. At The Genius Wealth, we focus on building holistic wealth. I love the principle of holistic wealth. It just does not mean building a wealth, it means to building a life of freedom, wherein you have the freedom of doing what you want, what you love, where you love to do it, and at what time you love to do it. And the three values I respect a lot in my life, the three values on which I want to live my life is freedom, service, and spirituality. And I want to integrate all of them in the Genius Wealth, and I want to help people. I want to help India to achieve financial freedom, and I want to make financial freedom accessible to each and every one of them. So this was the thought process behind it.
Sounds wonderful. So, balancing multiple roles can be very demanding. How do you manage your time between being an entrepreneur, author, and a content creator?
So time management, I would not be, very much. I would be very honest here that time management is extremely difficult for me even right now also. But I try my best to segregate my time and to plan very effectively. So if I may show you, I have this planner. So this is the planner that I use. This is the planner, and I hope you guys can see it. So I use
Yes,
this
yes.
planner, and this is by Life Aroma, and I use it every single morning. I sit here before I start my work day. I will write down the things which I have to do. It need not to be just related to entrepreneurship. It need not to be just related to content creation. It can be anything and everything I want to focus on for that particular day. I will write that down, and it basically keeps me accountable that what I want to do, when I want to do, and basically how I want to do it. So this helped me a lot. Planning, I am very happy to say I'm a great planner. So I would every day I would plan, every month I would plan, every starting of the week, like today's Sunday. So at night before I go to bed, I will plan out my next week, what is going to be the focus, what is going to be the goal of the week, and same likewise I do for the month as well.
Yeah, so that's very inspiring. My next question would be like, since you are doing so many things in your life, like you are an author and you are also in entrepreneurship. So the very first question that comes to my mind is that how you handle all this role. Like, like if we talk about commonly, like in my friends or like many of my friends, they are good at a lot of things, but the only challenge they face is to execute all their plans at the same time, managing it efficiently, looking that, you are maintaining a balance. So how you do in your personal life?
So maintaining a balance, again, planning really helps. We can always make a pie chart and divide it into four parts. One can be our personal life, our day-to-day life. Second part can be like my brand, the Genius Wealth. I want to focus on that. Third can be my content creation. And the fourth can be my personal development. I like to watch a lot of courses. I like to go to a lot of workshops and like to watch a lot of videos on self-development and stuff like that. So I can just make a pie chart, divide it into four, and I will decide that one thing that I'm going to do in or do all the one like quadrants. So for example, if it comes to my content creation, I'm going to film one video today. If it comes to my personal development, I will read a book, I will read Bhagavad Gita and stuff. And then if it comes to the next quadrant, which is my personal life, so I will spend some time with myself, I will go to the gym and I will do some workouts and stuff like that. And when it comes to the last quadrant, which is my brand, so maybe I'll just plan out something which I want to. If I will have to do some website work, I will do that. So that's how I manage, because we all have 24 hours. If we even deduct the 8 hours of our sleep, we still have a lot of time, and we can divide that and we can utilize that.
Sounds like a very grueling routine, Himanki. And my next question is relating to social media only. So we all know it's a very cruel place to be in. How do you handle feedback or criticism on your content, and how has it shaped your growth as a creator?
So, fortunately, I haven't received a lot of hate or criticism, but I do have my fair share of criticism on my YouTube channel as well. So, I recently, when I uploaded my first video on my channel, which I recently started, The Genius Wealth. So, I made an introductory video that I'm currently 17 years old. Last year, I made it, and I'm taking a drop to learn trading. And that video, I got 3 or 4 comments saying that. You are such a child, you are not meant for this, be serious, don't take wrong decisions. And there was one comment which I still remember, which is another woman trying to sell courses, which means they already predicted that I'm going to sell courses and stuff like that. And how can they say this even before I've done anything? So yeah, I do face a lot of criticism, but one thing my papa always tell me is that कि चंदू चंडीगढ़ में बैठ के क्या बोल रहा है, उसे तुझे क्या फर्क पड़ता है? So any person is
Absolutely.
saying at any place, whatever that he or she is saying should not make any sense to you, because whatever that they are saying, it is because of their perception of their life. They are facing through something, they are going through something, and they want to vent out their frustration on you. So what I do is I just pray from there for them, that whatever that they are going through, whatever the frustration they are venting out in my comment section, they heal through that. And yeah, that's what I do.
That's definitely a very healthy way to deal with it. So, the next round that we have for you today is the rapid fire round. We'll ask you between two options and you have to choose one. So,
Okay.
the first, I'll just shoot away the questions at you. Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Favorite book genre?
Self-help and self-development.
And what is your go-to comfort food?
Comfort food, dal chawal.
If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be?
Historical figure. It can be anyone.
Yeah, anyone. Dead or alive, anyone.
Abdul Kalam sir.
Very good indeed. Himangi, it was a pleasure talking with you. I pass the baton on to Abhinav sir. Sir, you're
You're
on mute.
Yeah, is it audible now? Yeah, okay, perfect. So now I would like to like request our audience if they're having any questions for Himangi, they can just ask her.
Hello, ma'am. Myself, Korviki, and I want to ask that what should be the major points which one should keep in mind while writing book for the first time?
Okay, so the three things I will tell you, which you should keep in mind when you are writing a book. Number one, have your vision clear. Always keep clarity that what you want to deliver, and always ask yourself this one question: that if I were to read this book, whatever book you are writing, what are the values that I want to get? And if you have that particular question clear, you will be able to address that very easily and very clearly to the world. Second thing is that dedicate a specific amount of time to writing. For example, I found morning hours very useful for me, very much focused for me to write. So मैं हमेशा जब भी मेरा writing days होते थे तो मैं सुबह उठ के लिखती थी. That was the thing which helped me, बिकॉज वो एक जोन होता था, वो एक टाइम आवर होता था जो मुझे बहुत ही हेल्प करता था टू फोकस. अनदर थर्ड थिंग दैट आई वुड रिकमेंड इज दैट don't try to be a perfectionist. जो भी whatever that is coming in your mind, you should be able to put that out to the world on a piece of paper, and try to be authentic and take the help of AI as well. I would recommend, because now we are very fortunate that we have ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and all of that, which can be extremely helpful for you as a young author, because you don't have that author language which neither I had. So I would always go to ChatGPT and I will tell that, hey, I have this idea about my book and I want to frame it in a better way. How can I do it? ChatGPT, very kind person on this earth, always ready to help, and it will help you a lot. Just tell all the self doubt. I was having the self doubt at why will someone even read my book, and I told that to Chat GPT. It counseled me like a therapist, and I got so much of confidence after that. So use the power of Chat GPT. After you can the second tip that I gave was to wake up early or to write at night, because the whole day is very much like, noisy. If we want time for ourselves, we can either find it in the morning hour or during the night time. So whatever suits for you the best, give yourself 1 to 2 hours to write. And the first I told you, which is to have clarity of what you want to deliver. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, Mangi, can you tell us something about yourself that none of us know about?
Something about myself that I think I am a very studious kid. I love studying. I was a very average student till my 8th standard. After my 8th standard, I think I got a good association of my friend called Nelsie. And when she came in my life, I think I also got into the study zone, and then I become very studious. And then I challenged myself in my 10th standard that without tuition, I'm going to become the topper of my class. And I also became that. So that was the thing.
I mean, connecting that to your drop year, it must have been very tough to take a drop year after 12th if you were that studious and you were interested in studies.
But the fun fact is, in this particular year, it hasn't been a year yet, but I have accumulated so much of good values, so much of lessons, that I don't think so I would have got, even if I would have done like a course at IIT.
Of course, definitely.
So I was fortunate that I had the support of my father, who told me that, Himangi, if you don't know where you want to go, step here, just stood here, and then decide kahan pe jana, and then you go. So he just told me this quote by Robin Sharma, that what is the meaning of climbing a whole mountain just to realize you ended up climbing the wrong mountain?
That is a
So
lot of wisdom for somebody who had just passed 12th grade.
yeah, no, this was the thing which my papa told me.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
wisdom from him as well.
yeah.
Abhinav
So
sir will, yeah, I'm sorry, please go ahead.
Yeah, so that really helped me, and then I thought that let's step here, let's just यहाँ पे खड़े रहते हैं, सोचते हैं क्या करना है. If we are sure that we want to go to the finance field, then we will go to the finance field. If we are not interested, if we are not finding ourselves there, then we will go to and we will explore something else. So that was a small little story.
Thank you. This was really an insightful session. Abhinav sir, on to you.
Yeah, so I would like to ask the last question that since you are doing so many things, like what is your next goal up to like 5 years or next 3 years, which you want to achieve with perspective of society or with perspective of making a big change in society? So, yeah.
I want to make a community of 10,000 people in the Genius Wealth. I want to make a community of people who are like-minded at the Genius Wealth, who have the mindset, the wealth mindset, who are ready to take action and who are there to support each other. Because what I feel like there is a missing thing in the society, that there is not a tribe which can be so supportive to each other, that if someone is here and if someone is here, this person will help the other person to come at their age, their step. And I want to build that community who can inspire each other, and this is my long term goal, the 5 year goal, that I want to build 10,000 Genius Wealth members who are the like minded people who want to build wealth and achieve financial freedom.
Yeah, so that's amazing. So as we are nearing to end, I would like to express my heartiest gratitude to you, Himangi, for accepting our request and coming here. And of course, your words were so inspiring. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. It means a lot. And thank you for having me. It was great sharing my journey with you all. I hope I could deliver a little bit or some value to your life. And thank you. And be connected. I would love to know and have you all in my community as well, the Genius Wealth. You can just go on Google and search thegeniuswealth.com and you will find my website. I would love to have you in my community. And that's all.
Yeah, so we are also like looking for more collaborations in